Hey guys, it's your girl Queen Bree and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to do a highly requested video, which is my makeup routine. I've been pretty much doing the same process for like 3 years now. I just change the products sometimes, but let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. So the first thing I do is put on my little headband. It's super cute. I got it at Ulta and it really helps to push all your hair back so you have your whole face to work with. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I do are my brows. I just got them done, so for the most part, they're pretty nice right now. I have my entire brow. I have a lot of hair, so there's not much that I have to do. I use a pencil and I fill them in. Almost done, but I got this at like Walgreens. A really cheap pencil that just matches my color. By the way, I have a mirror right here, so I'm gonna pretty much be looking down the whole time, but you know why. So yeah, like I said, I have pretty hairy eyebrows and they're pretty full, so there's not much that I need to do when doing my eyebrows. I like pencil because it gives it more of a natural look rather than dip brow. I like my eyebrows to look natural. So after I pencil my eyebrows, I conceal, and I like to use this pot concealer by MAC. I prefer to use this rather than my concealer because this sometimes is too liquidy and it's harder to be really precise. So this is my preference, and I just use a flat brush like this. It's from MAC as well. I start off by making a straight line underneath both of my brows. Next, I take an angled brush, also from MAC. This is for eyeliner, I think, but I like to use it on my eyebrows. And I go back in with the concealer and I do the tail of my eyebrow. I like using an angled brush because it's more precise for the bottom and it helps you create the perfect curve. Then I go on the top. I do the tail. I don't like to conceal right on top of the middle because, like I said, I like the natural look and I just feel like it makes it so boxy and so drawn on. After that, I go back in with this flat brush, and whenever I'm doing my makeup, I like to keep a towel next to me and I just wipe off all of the concealer that's on it, and then I kind of go and blend it out throughout my brows. I pull down the concealer just to kind of like spread it out and blend. And the top, just brush. After that, I go in with my palette. I love this palette. This is Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. Ooh, matches my nails. This is the only palette I use on my everyday because it has the 3 shades that I love the most. I'm gonna go in with Swan, which is a really light nude color. I take that and I put it right under the brow where we just concealed. This step, I think, is really important when doing your eyebrows to make them look like you didn't even use concealer. Just makes it look natural. I really recommend using this surgical tape. Yes, I cheat. I put tape on the sides of my eyes to help me with the perfect wing liner. It also helps with eyeshadow as well, keeping it super neat. If you're gonna use tape, I recommend using surgical tape. I ordered it on Amazon. It's literally the best. It doesn't hurt when you pull it off and it sticks on really nicely. When I'm putting on the tape, I kind of angle it towards the tail of my eyebrow. So now I have my tape on and I'm ready to do my eyeshadow. Again, I'm going in with the Natural Nudes palette. This color right here. And this is like a mauve-y, I don't even know how to describe it. A nice blending color for my crease. I use a blending brush and I start at the tail making circular motions and I bring it into the crease. Sometimes I go back and forth and make rainbows. But when I'm first applying it, I always start on the outer so that it's the darkest. One of the most important parts of doing your eyeshadow is making sure that you blend, 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 blend. That's really gonna take your eyeshadow from beginner to advanced. The more you blend, the better it will look. And you don't have to keep applying product. You could just take the brush and literally just go and blend back and forth. And that's really gonna make a difference, I promise you, rather than just putting it on and leaving it. Like blend, 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 blend. Same palette, this color right here, which is called Sparkling Sand. It's like a goldy color. I'm gonna put that on my lid using a brush that looks like this, an eyeshadow brush. I love the bronzy nude colors. I'm putting it on from the corner of my eyelid to about halfway. Half of my eye. I have really hooded eyes. That just means when I open my eyes, there's a lot of eyelid that shows. I'm lucky because when I do my eyeshadow, it shows. But if you don't have hooded eyes, I suggest you take a little bit of eyeshadow and put it above the lid so that when your eyes are open, you can still see the shadow. I have hooded eyes and I still go above the lid. I just like it. When you wear lashes, it just looks better. I just go back and forth basically with the first color and then I blend over. You can never go wrong with blending when you're doing your makeup. Blending is your best friend. So next, I go in with my eyeliner. I have been using this one for a really long time. It's by Stila and it's a liquid liner that I really love. When you have tape, it's a lot easier. It's a little cheat. I start at the corner and I go into the lid. And I just stop there and then I do it on both sides. Then I like to take my tape off after this step. Boom. Perfect, perfect liner. Surgical tape, I'm telling you. It's a lifesaver. And then I pull my eye and I kind of continue the line in to the teardrop. Make sure that when you're continuing the line, it gets skinnier and skinnier. So the inside of your eye should have the skinniest line and then it gets thicker. I really like wearing eyeliner when you wear lashes because I feel like it just helps them blend more and look more natural. Next, I use my absolute favorite primer, Professional by Benefit. I've been using it for years. You don't need a lot and a little goes a long way. I take my fingers and I rub it in. So I don't have a preference with foundations. I usually just go with the brand that has my perfect color and keep it because it's so hard to find my skin tone. I don't know if anyone else has that problem and I would hate to have to mix. I don't have time for that. I do not like full coverage foundation just because I don't have any scars or blemishes usually that I am trying to cover up. So I like super light foundation. And I don't put a lot, just a little. Makeup Forever. Really light, really nice, and it had my perfect color. I put my foundation on with a brush. And I think the most important part to remember is to dab and never pull. Dab. Like I said, I don't like my makeup to look really cakey. So I definitely love this light coverage foundation. If you do want something that is a bit heavier, I know a lot of people that love Fenty. That is a medium to full coverage foundation. But if you're like me and you like something light and natural, I really recommend this one. A lot of people forget to blend their necks in. So make sure you blend down to the neck. Okay, My absolute favorite concealer in the entire world by Born This Way. I love this so much because for my concealer, I like it to be full coverage, unlike my foundation. So this is a really full coverage concealer, the best out there. Like, I'm obsessed. I kept it in this case to show you guys. When you buy it, you have an option to buy it with the case, and I really recommend it because it keeps it from dirtying all of the other things in your makeup bag, and it also is sanitary. So try to put you on. I already pre-wet my beauty blender. Make sure it's wet. That's important to blend the concealer. I like to blend on the sides of my nose as well. I like to go all the way to the side of my nose. I do this super fast right away, right after you blended while it's still a little damp. I go in with my Huda Beauty, and I love this. It's in the color Blondie, which is a more yellow tone. So if you do have, you know, more melanated skin, if you are a brown skin girl, I suggest you using something with a yellow tone. And I go in and I put it on with a dry beauty blender. I used to use my same wet one, but when I switched over to this technique using a dry one to put it on, I found way better results. Like I said before, using a yellow toned if you have brown skin really makes a big difference rather than translucent. Even though it says translucent, it's never really translucent, and you're gonna have flashback, which you don't want. Another weird thing, because I'm kind of weird, like this smells so good. I love things that smell good, like hair products. Makeup doesn't normally smell good, so this stands out to me that it smells really good. So while I let this bake, I then get ready to put on my lashes. So today I'm gonna be using Brush and Volume. You get these at like CVS. When I am using new lashes, I have smaller eyes, so I have to cut them a little bit shorter so that it fits perfectly to my eye. My favorite eyelash glue to use is by Duo. So the reason why I really love this glue rather than the black is because it literally tells me when it's time to put my lash on. So if you have trouble putting on lashes, the most important part is just waiting to let the glue dry. Once the glue is tacky, when you place it on, it shouldn't slide, it shouldn't move, and it should be quite easy. Why I love the white glue is because when you put it on, it goes on white, and when it dries a little, it turns like a blue color. And that's how I know it's time to put it on, which I'm gonna show you. It's like a blue color. I do use tweezers to put them on. I don't know if I properly put on lashes, but this is how I do it. Kind of like how I put on my eyeliner. I like to pull my eye down, and then I place it. And then I place it in the middle, and then I fix the corners. And I kind of just press down on the whole lash to make sure. And then I go in and I squeeze it with my natural lashes. Pull my eye, place it in the middle, and then fix the corners. And then we just press down on the whole thing to make sure they're on. Then go under and squeeze them together with your real lashes. Okay, boom. These are a little bit more dramatic than I usually wear, but I figured since I'm doing this makeup video, go figure, go home. So after putting on my lashes, that gave my baking enough time to set. So now I can take it off, and I just take like a big powdered brush and I sweep it away. The next step I think is so important to having a flawless finish. This really makes or breaks your face in my opinion, and that is putting on a powder, a loose powder, over your entire face to smoothen your foundation and just give you a flawless look. This is from MAC. This is the only one that I use because it, again, is in my perfect shade. This literally makes it look so smooth, like you have a filter on. Flawless. This is my favorite part. My second favorite part. I love baking, but this is my second favorite part. And that is bronzer from Hoola in the shade Caramel. This is when I really can bring all the color back into my face because right now it looks really pale and flush. So I go above my cheekbones. This step is so easy for me to put too much because, like I said, I love it. I gotta be careful because sometimes I overdo it. I take it to my forehead, basically your hairline. And I even go on the sides and connect it to my cheekbones. Get it on the baby hairs, on the sides, and connect it. When you buy this, it comes with a little brush inside, which I don't use on my cheeks because it just creates like a really harsh line. As you saw, I like to use a blush brush for my contour. And I found a better use for it, and that is to contour my nose. And I do have a bigger nose, so this is a very important step for me, but it can go wrong sometimes. You don't want to put too much. You don't want to create really harsh lines. So I just take a little bit on this brush and I go down and just create a line, basically. Not too harsh, because then instead of contouring it, it's just gonna bring more attention to it. Next, I go in with my highlight from Anastasia. This one is called Sun Dipped. I know she has a few. This just is my favorite. I've also been using this for years. I love it because it comes with 4. I actually lost my favorite one when I was traveling, which is called Bronze. So normally I would only use this one, but I lost it. So my new favorite is this one because it's like a goldish bronzy color, which is better for my skin tone, in my opinion. And to put this on, I use the same kind of brush that we use to blend out the eyeshadow. So I use a blending brush like this. Again, most of my brushes are from MAC. So I just rub it on the side of the brush and just brush it on. So pretty. This literally is the best brush for applying highlight on the bridge of my nose. And then I take a lighter shade. So right now I'm gonna use Moonstone. And I put it on the tip of the brush now. And I like to put that on the tip of my nose. A lighter shade. For some reason, to me, it gives it a better illusion of looking smaller. Sometimes I even take this summer color right here, right under the brows. Sometimes, not all the time, it's just a little extra. We're gonna go back to the eyes. I know it's super weird, but I always do this almost at the end. Mascara, Maybelline, I've been using this since high school. I like this one because the brush is small, thin, so that I'm able to really get my bottom lashes, which that's really what I care about. I go to my real lashes and I just put some under to blend it in. I don't really go throughout the whole fake lash. I just go under to my real one and blend it in. I don't know if you guys watched my last video, my lip filler video, but my lips are fully healed. I love them. Thank you so much, Injector Kim. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. It looks amazing when I use this gloss, which you'll see. I normally just wipe off any foundation or excess makeup that got on my lips a lot. Now I can go in with my lip gloss. This is where we're at, and we're pretty much done. But the last step, the most important step, setting spray. This is my absolute favorite. It's by Morphe. and it's called Continuous Setting Mist. And with this, I am so generous. I feel like you cannot go wrong with putting too much setting spray. This is gonna keep you together all day long. Like, this is literally the best. If you're not using it, make the switch. So this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really had so much fun doing this video. If you want to see more like this, let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions on anything I used that I didn't specify, also let me know. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.